Ja tervetuloa takaisin Justice for Allin läpipuluusen. Jatkan tässä saman tien, minkä mä jäin. Tällä kertaa ei päivän taukoa ole, niin ei tarvitse aloittaa uudestaan. How did I get into this mess? That's fine enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Mulla on niin déjà vu tästä. What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence. You are no longer worthy of your title. Phoenix tekee taas paineisiin. I had this dream before, someplace, some time ago. You sure have, as if this day was written into my destiny. Today I'll stand in court as a lawyer to prove a killer innocent. Hello, this is Phoenix Wright. You don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? If you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me. Your processed friend's life is riding on today's verdict too. Now listen up. You'd better get the Encarta guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slimebacker not guilty, I'll never forgive you, ever. Maya. Phoenix. Maya. How's Maya? I don't know. You don't know? She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday. Mia, what am I supposed to do? Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles. But you can't give up. There's still some hope left. Stop it, please. There's nothing left. Not here, not anywhere. Is it a cursed Encarta again? Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it. You are really mean, pal. Come shoe. I'm really sorry. Where are you? They let me join the investigation team and we are chasing after the killer, pal. Then you have some sort of lead? Sorry, but right now we have got 0 leads on the guy. But we are not going to give up. Gumshoe. Until the trial's over. Until the verdict is handed down. We are going to do everything we can and find the killer. If we can get Maya out, then you can get Encarta the guilty verdict he deserves, pal. That's true, I could do that if they found Maya first. You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer. You have to make the trial last longer. If you go at Mr. Edgeworth with everything you got, then you two can draw it out. Oh, now I get it. I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We are going to give it all we are going to give it all we've got, just like you. Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe. Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. It's the strongest weapon in the world and you have it in abundance. Yeah. Looks like we are coming to the end. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through, I know it. Katsotaan miten tässä käy. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt Encarta. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Now, as I recall, We concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being what exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in this murder. And that is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Edgeworth, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings. Please inform the court of today's proceedings. Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion onto Mr. Engard, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape. Then you are saying that she is guilty after all? I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. I would like to direct the court's attention to this card. What is that? Looks like a shell. This is the calling card of a certain assassin. Assassin, you say? Yes, Juan Corrida was killed by a professional assassin. The person who hired the assassin, his client, so to speak, is Matt Engard. What a surprising turn of events. I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor. I know what's going on this time, so I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true, but we still have to hold out as long as we can, at least until Maya's safe and sound. I don't know how the trial will turn out today. Me too. Now then, please call your first witness, Miss Edgeworth. The prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Willpowers, to the stand. Now then, Miss Witness, your name and occupation, please. Okay, I'm Willpowers. I'm a underpaid action star. What is your relation to the defendant? Well, I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way, yeah. Mr. Powers, please, you don't need to put yourself down so much. Oh, sorry. Well, but I'm just kind of a nothing sort of guy. On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct? Yes. I didn't know that. But you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went. All you need to do is answer what you ask. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. Engard's room. Okay, sir. Visit to Matt's room. After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. He was talking with someone. At first I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me. Nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Powers' testimony. And talking with the bellboy is no big deal. If one assumes that the person Mr. Engard was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy, what are you implying? Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we? Looks like we are in another sticky situation. Huh? A trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? But for us to find out more, we are just going to have to charge in head first, right? Visit to Matt's room. After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. The defendant's room? Why did you go there? Well, I'm his mentor, like a big brother, sort of. And I want to say congrats. Oh, what's wrong? Why did you stop? Mr. Wright. What is it? You are going to try to trick me into a corner, aren't you? Huh? I know I'm just a poor underpaid action star, but But I'm not the killer. No one said you were, Mr. Powers. No, please, don't trick me. Every time you do your loyal thing, the witness suddenly turns into the bad guy. Mulla on ollut vähän tapana tehdä semmoista. Every time. Witness. I will personally talk to the defense at a later time. So for now, please kindly cooperate and continue with your testimony. Sorry. So you went to the defendant's room, and then... Hey, wait a minute. When and how did I suddenly turn into the bad guy here? Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel summer costume. I just thought it was Matt and God. Yeah, I'm sure he wasn't wearing the nickel samurai mask then. If that's the case, then he really can't be mistaken. And what was the defendant doing standing in front of his own room? He was talking with someone. At first I thought it was the bellboy. At first? What do you mean by that? Well, he was in a bellboyish uniform, and he had a bottle of juice on a tray. Sounds like an ordinary bellboy to me. Yeah, but I don't think he was a normal bellboy. And why was that? Why did I think that's Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Sorry, but I can't remember right now. Sorry. I guess I'm going to have to wait patiently on this one. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant together, correct? Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats. Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange? You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. A tip. But that's a perfectly normal thing to do. So how long did you watch the two of them? Not more than a minute or two, I think. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me. So who are these guests you are talking about? You guys, of course. You and Maya and little Pearl. I thought it would be really rude since I invited you guys if I disappeared on you. So I went back to my seat pretty soon after seeing Matt in the hallway. It's like squeezing water from a stone. It's probably pointless to press further. Do you remember this incident? Did Mr. Powers leave his seat that night? I don't remember that happening at all. I was making such racket in her hyper state. I ended up focusing on her. I see. In any case, from his story, he probably wasn't gone for very long. After the award ceremony. Mun pitää nyt esittää tähän joku hemmetin contradictioni. Okei, no niin sä varmaan teit. Joo, niin se varmaan oli. Niin sä varmaan luulit. Niin sä varmaan teit. Ja niinhän sulla varmaan oli. Mulla ei mitään hajua. Mitä mä voisin väittää tähän, että sinä et mennyt, tai et mennyt ainakaan yksin. Mitä mä voisin väittää, että se ei, Matti ei ollut tossa. Mitä mä voisin sanoa että... No koitetaan näyttää tätä. Sattuiko olemaan tämä henkilö? Ei. Mä voisin väittää, että sä olet siellä pidempään kuin minuutin tai pari. Miten mä voisin väittää, että sulla ei ollut vieraita? Ei ihan saman tien on pakko katsoa, koska nyt mulla ei mitään aju. Niinku, mulla ei niinku pienintäkään kärryä niinku. Joo, ei pienintäkään kärryä niinku kyllä, niinku, mitä mun pitäisi tässä väittää vastaan. Ei, pakko kysyä. Okei, tehdään niin, että mä pressaan kaikkea uudestaan. Tämä mietin jo aikaisemmin, että mä peräksäsin tätä. Mutta ei tullut mieleen, että ajattelin, että mitä se niinku hyödyttäisi mua, koska mä oon pressannut jo kaikkea, mutta unoihin sen, että tässä tällä pelillä... Tää peli on tehnyt ennenkin sen, että pitää pressata usean kerran. Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago, you stated. You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself? Ah, yeah, that's it. You really know your job. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. This bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he? Perhaps we should let the witness tell us. Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony. You mean about the bellboy, right? Matt gave the bellboy a tip. So he gave the bellboy a tip. What's strange about that? Ah, well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me. How much was it? But that's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket, and that's when I got my first look at the guy's face. I was really shocked. I'm afraid I don't follow at all. It sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. I wonder which of his shocking moments I should ask about. Bellboy's face. What was so shocking about Bellboy's face, Mr. Powers? Well, he wasn't exactly a boy, more like an old tramps. I hope you know that discrimination towards old men is a no-no in my court. No, that's not what I meant at all. In the smack middle of the guy's face there was a line of stitches. A line of stitches? Yeah, and it went straight from the tip of his head to the bottom of his chin. Almost like if that thread snapped, all the stuff in his head would come spilling out. Ah, he was there, at Engarde's house. He was at Butler. What is it, Mr. Engarde? Mr. Wright, A. Engarde. Nothing, Your Honor. So that means Engard was talking with the killer then. If that fact were to be exposed, Engard would be declared guilty in a blink. Phoenix, you have to play dumb here. Pretend you don't know anything. Yes, Chief. You say you don't have anything you would like to say, Mr. Wright? Huh? What did you just say, Miss Joanna? Nothing, Mr. Wright, nothing. We're just going around and around in circles. Now then, Mr. Powers, please continue with your testimony. Perästään tuota vielä uudestaan. Engard's tip. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips, wouldn't you agree? I'm sure. But giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think. A little too much? Would you please clarify for the court about how much would you say the defendant gave to the bellboy? Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess. And why is that? Because he gave the bellboy a really fat roll of cash. A roll of cash? Ah, well, how interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it? A very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Joanna. The judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. Wait and see. That's something I can really object to here. I mean, who can argue that a fat roll of money isn't really odd? So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it? Payment, Joanna. Payment? Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. Wankerid. Then the bellboy the witness saw. Yes, he was the assassin. Hold your horses now. Miss Edgeworth, you don't have any proof of this, do you? Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Joanna? I have here the card Shelley the killer left at the scene of the crime. Shelley the killer is the person that the police's special investigations team has been chasing for ages. I'm certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley the killer. Really? What's wrong, Mr. Powers? No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head and I think I just figured something out. Oh? Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night. What? Miss Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. Right away. The second time. This time, I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom, and that's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Wankerid's room. Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kinda out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin. I'm sure of it. I mean... Thank you very much. That is all we need for now. But I'm not done. There's still more. Let's first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. the Killer. Then we shall see. So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. And if that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious. That would be correct, Joanna. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh. This is no laughing matter. The second time, ei the. Pitää olla vokaali siinä, jos halus noutia. This time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And what time was it? Ah, well, I don't remember. The award ceremony ended around 8 PM, right? And I went to men's room pretty soon after that. And then I came back. And then I went to the bathroom. So I guess maybe it was around 10 past 8 PM by that time. You're not one for details, are you, Mr. Flowers? Sorry. I thought I could maybe catch Matt and say my congrats. And that's when the bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Are you sure it was the same bellboy? Yeah. And how could you tell? All the bellboys wear the same uniform after all. But you see, well, he had those stitches in his face. So I'm sure it's the same guy that was talking with Matt. So which room did the bellboy come out of? Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Corrida's room. The victim's room, huh? Yeah, the one with all the really pretty flowers and teddy bears. It was Juan's room, alright. I was gonna describe how screwed I am. Let's continue with the testimony, shall we? Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kinda out of place. So what exactly was so out of place about him? Right. Why the incipient grin? Maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's going to say next. Well, the bellboy was empty-handed. Empty-handed? That bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart and he wasn't holding a tray either. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you? I agree that it is a bit strange, Mr. Powers. But is it really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? What should I do? Should I let Mr. Powers' testimony slide or... Try to pull a fast one. There's nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy. But there really is. There really isn't. If you two are done being school children, bellboys are for room service. There's no reason for them to be empty-handed ever. Joanna, I ask that the witness's previous statement be supplanted with this new one. Edgeworth, are you going to do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious? I see. Very well. This court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could amend your testimony, please. Yes, sir. I thought it was kind of strange for a bellboy to come out of the guest's room empty-handed. So you're saying that it's suspicious for him to be empty-handed? Yeah, really suspicious. I mean, when I first saw that bellboy, he was holding a tray in his hand, and there was a bottle of juice and a wine glass on it. Juice? What kind of juice was it? I'm pretty sure it was tomato juice. If we could come up with some sort of reason as to why he would come out empty-handed, some sort of proof, then I think we can dodge the bullet on this one for now. Proof, huh? Sounds like another job for the court record. Yeah, so he had to beat the assassin. I'm sorry of it. Please don't be so quick to charge. But it's kind of a Powers family thing. Think of every person as a thief. Well, I guess a thief and an assassin are both sneaky and silent. That's not the point, Phoenix. In any case, if that bellboy was the assassin, it would be very bad for us. But he really is the assassin, you know. Yes, but you can't give in yet. If we want to prolong this trial for as long as possible, you are going to have to pull some cheap tricks on this one. Tää alkaa alusta. Pistetään tähän save. Miten mä väitän, että sillä oli jotain kädessä? If he could come up with some sort of reason as to why he would come out on it mixers to... joo okei. Joo, keksin. Ei tuo... Se kävi viimeisen noin juomat on sisälle ja sen takia se tuli tyhjäkättä. Tosiaan sillä on sellainen, että pitää olla se astia ihan mukana. Miksi on se astia? Brikaan jättänyt sinne. Missä Powers? Yes. You are easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true. But isn't he really suspicious? He's got all those stitches and... So, a baseball has stitches. Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches? Well, there's also... I mean, what about him being empty-handed? I would like to ask the court to please take a look here. Niin se Pekka on tossa. This is the crime scene. There's a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Corrida's body. The liquid inside of this glass is tomato juice. And now if you would look at what is on top of the table in the lower right corner here. Anyone can clearly see that it is a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Corrida's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left. But that would mean that the bellboy had seen and left a dead body in the room. But you can prove that Mr. Corrida was already dead But can you prove that Mr. Corrida was already dead at the time? Mr. Edgeworth? Yes? I blame you for leading me down this route. I'm terribly sorry. What is with him? Why is he laughing? Witness, isn't there one more thing you would like to share with us? Is there? The bellboy was empty-handed, or should I say empty-handed. Eikö mitä? The bellboy was empty-handed, or should I say empty-handed. I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Huh? What? That bellboy. He was wearing gloves. Gloves? Yeah, pitch black, leather ones. All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right? Black leather gloves. Why didn't you tell... you mentioned them earlier. Sorry, it slipped my mind. Boy does this make the bellboy look really suspicious. Alright, got the focus. I can't get lax here. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves. Come on, Mr. Wright, that bellboy was wearing black leather ones. So, a football is made of leather. Are you saying all footballs are suspicious because they are made of leather? But that he received a large roll of cash from the defendant, and then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy. It seems that we have finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony. The rest? Oh yes, please tell us more. Okay. Vausikattupakla. The second meeting. Ja jatketaan. Vitsi kun väsyttää. Tai väsytä kun ramasee. Uuvuttaa, sehän se on. Ei ramasee eikä väsytä, vaan uuvuttaa. The second meeting, mä luin toi. After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door, just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room. Then the old guy just left, without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat. So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, next went to the defendant's room. Yeah, I kinda saw all that by accident. Some accident, I'd say you saw too much, and all of it was suspicious to high heaven. I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. En lue 3 kertaa tuota ääneen. After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door, just like that. Is that what you saw while you were busy spying? Excuse me? I may be a poor underbred action star, but even I was stooped to spying. Well, I think the point is, where did you watch all this from, Mr. Barbers? Oh, from the door of the bathroom with my left eye in sort of a sneaky spy-like. I know he was spying. Please, does it really matter if he was doing it over or underhandedly? What did the bellboy do next? That's all I care to know. He gave something to the person inside the room. I said, hold it. Okay. That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate on it and give us a few more details. Oh, okay. I should probably ask him only one question at a time. Ask about the person inside. So who took this something the bellboy handed off? Actually, I don't know. What do you mean? I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. Only an arm? Then you are saying you didn't see the person's face? Yeah. No, minkälainen käsi oli? Näyttikö se naisen kädeltä vai miehen kädeltä? Oliko siinä hihaa? Oliko se paljon käsin? Well, it was Miss Encard's room, correct? So it could have only been Miss Encard himself, I'd say. And then, what did the bellboy do after that? Oh, so after he gave the person inside the room the thing. En ole sinne ihan vielä. Käydään kaikki läpi. Ask about this something. He gave something to this person. Yeah. And what was this something? If I remembered what it was, I wouldn't be calling it something, would I? But this implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. I say you really can't remember, Mr. Powers. I think it was something kind of small. I would like to summarize his testimony up to this point, if you don't mind. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There he handed a small item or some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received the item, all you could see was the person's arm. Yes, it was just like that. Mr. Edgeworth, is all this really that important? Of course, Your Honor. I think this is of the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client. Mr. Powers, please try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off. Well, let's see. I think it was... no. If you remember, please add it to your testimony. Yes, sir. Vielä kerran. Sorry, we minute, I don't ask anything. I don't think I can find out much more from Mr. Powers. I should probably move on to a different topic. So what did the bellboy do after that? If I saw it again, I could say for sure, but I think it was some sort of wooden statue. Ansi lisää sen tohon noin, okei. A statue? Yeah, it kind of looks like one, I guess. If I saw the actual thing again, I'd probably remember, you know. Looks like for this trial to proceed, I'm going to have to come with whatever this statue thing is and show it to him. You're going to have to trust your instinct on this one and take a chance, Phoenix. Well, Mr. Powers, let's continue with your testimony. What did the bellboy do after that? Then the old guy just left without even going into the room. Where did this bellboy go after he left Miss Engard's room? He opened the door to Viola Hall. Went in there, and who knows after that, right? I do. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat. Did you see anything strange, suspicious, or just out of the ordinary at that time? Oh yeah, I saw that one thing. What? You saw something else? There was this jittery alien with a ray gun, just watching one's door like some sort of a stalker. I think we can forget about the alien. Well, Mr. Powers' testimony just now was just as vague as his first. It's a little troublesome, isn't it? But I'm sure if you press him enough, everything will become clearer. En tarvitse varmaan pressata, kun pitää näyttää sitä statuea. Although that just makes it harder to us, doesn't it? Talk about a lose-lose situation. Sitten kuitenkin siellä saa varmuuden vuoksi save. En halua menettää pisteitä. Eihän se sattumaltakaan ollut tämmönen statue. What was the point of that pregnant pause? Where did that objection come from? Well, speak up. It was me, Joanna. Was this Phoenix? I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen once I show this. Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, please spit it out. Yes, Joanna. Okay, Phoenix, deep breath. Mr. Powers, there's something you saw. Was it this the item? Oh, hey, that's it. That's something. Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out. I recall we found this at Matt Engard's mansion. At the defendant's house. What does this mean? It's simple, Jana. Shelley the killer assassinated Juan Corrida in his room. And then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime. Then the bear being found at Mr. Engard's mansion would mean. It goes without saying, Joanna. Mr. Matt Engard is the killer's client. Order, order, order! I said order! Mr. Wright, this is the most unfortunate turn of events for you. Yeah. Sorry, Mia. No, it's alright. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured that the bear would come up. If not now, then it would have later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have. I almost forgot that he knew about it too. I think it is clear that there is no need for us to continue this trial. I can't let this happen. I have to do something. There has to be something we have overlooked. Your Honor, a minute please. Yes, Mr. Wright? There are still a few points left that we have not fully explored. What are you trying to pull? Oh, well, we can't have that. Alright, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further? The person who received the bear. There was one thing in Mr. Power's testimony that was very unclear, and that is the identity of the bear who received the bear. He gave something to the person inside the room. I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear, we can't be served. Ah! Huh? 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 What is it, Mr. Powers? If you're going to scream like that, then at least give us a good reason why. Oh yeah, sorry. Actually, so I remembered. I remembered who took the bear. What? Really? I mean, I only saw his arm, but the arm. Just the Nickel Samurai's arm, I swear it. You've got to be kidding. Are you certain of that, Mr. Powers? Yeah, I'm sure it was Nickel Samurai. Order, order! It looks like you have dug your own grave, yet again. How many times is that today? I've lost count. So the person who took in this little bear was the Nickel Samurai. And as we all know, Master Engard is the Nickel Samurai. Thanks to the defense, we have made it all the clearer. What am I supposed to do now? May I help? You don't have time to act lost. You've got to find another angle to attack this from. Hurry! Now I will bring this cross-examination to Your Honor. Again, Mr. Wright. We have already removed any and all questionable areas of this testimony. It's about time you were removed from this court, Mr. Wright. I have to find something. Even one more little point will do. There are still questions left unanswered. What are you trying to pull? Oh, well, we can't have that. Alright, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further? The bear itself. I think it's fairly obvious that the bear itself is very questionable. The bear, Mr. Wright. This was found at Mr. Engard's mansion. However, Mr. Engard was arrested at the hotel that night, which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home. Oh, I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It's not possible that it was Mr. Engard who took this bear to his mansion. Why, that's very true. We didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright. There was no way, time-wise, for the defendant to have taken this bear home. Phew. Disaster avoided. You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright. Huh? I remember it clear as day. I remember that you muttered to yourself at the Engard's mansion. We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. I can't believe it. That butler, all this time, he was the killer. The killer and Engard were working together, so to speak. And the killer was hiding at Engard's mansion as its butler. What a bold move. The bear figurine was brought back to Engard's mansion by the killer himself. When it looked like he was about to be arrested, Engard had him do so. because it would have been better had the police found it during the investigation. Well, Mr. Wright, you have been quiet for a while now. This is too much. Isn't there anything I can attack at all? I think we have heard enough. We now know what this bear figurine was at the defendant's mansion, as well as who it was that received the bear from the assassin in his room. Everything has become very clear. The client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Miss Engard, Matt Engard. I see no reason for this trial to continue, therefore I will now hand down my verdict. Thank you, Jana, for your understanding. You see, Mr. Wright, you could not win against the truth, could you? I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth. Any last objections, Mr. Wright? Well, do I? What should I do? Totta kai me nostaa objectioni. There's only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is one dirty trick. Your Honor, right now we have at least 2 reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Reason number 1, he accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number 2, that very same figurine was found at the Engard mansion. However, it's possible this is all the work of a certain other person. What are you saying? What am I saying is, it's possible a different person is the killer's real client. The real client? Yes. Is this all you have? Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your theory. Who do you say is the killer's real client and therefore the real murderer? No, väitetään sua. Adrian Andrews? Yes, we already know that she tried to frame Matt Engard for the crime by wearing a spare nickel samurai costume. Then the nickel samurai's arm that I saw, that could have very well been Miss Andrews. But what about Miss Engard? If you would please recall yesterday's testimony. The defendant was taking a nap during its break period. That's right. Then, finding this figure at Mr. Engard's mansion, it was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews. Miss Edgeworth, what is your opinion on this? I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic, besides which there is no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either. What is with this trial? Come on, anyone can tell Engard did it. I can't believe the defense would go so far as to pin the guilt onto someone else. Yeah, unbelievable. It's not something petty, it's murder of all things. This is to save Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me, this is one fight I can't give up on. Order! All disruptive parties will be forced to leave the courtroom. Your Honor, for the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with his what-if game. His what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered, why would the criminal want this little wooden bear? He's right. The killer did especially bring that bear to Engard right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it? Absolutely. And I'm certain that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews. And who would that be? It's quite simple, Joanna. Miss Adrian Andrews herself. I see. Well then, the court will take a short 10 minutes recess. The prosecution will prepare its witness in that time. Yes, Joanna. Oho, alle tunnin video. Vai onko sittenkään? No, eiköhän tää kohta jää. Kohta tulee, että to be continued. Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? But I never thought it in your desperation. You'd try to pin the guilt onto Adrian. I swear this demon will pay. Mr. Nick, the pearls? Where's Maya? Mia? I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away. A really strong power? Ehkäpä Maja. Oh, Mr. Nick, your phone is... It's from Gamshu. How's it going? Have you been hanging in there, pal? Yeah, sort of. We just barely found something to latch onto. Phew. That's good, pal. And what about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where the killer and Maya are? We still don't have any leads, but... Oh my god! Really? Really? Meiltä loppuu aika, tiedätkö, kesken ihan just. What? We don't have any more time. Niin, sinäpä sen sanoit. If we just had one, even a single clue would be really helpful. I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, I've got to keep the trial going until Maya's been rescued. But have I just run out of luck this time? Is all our hope for naught? A tent. Huh? A tent? I could see a circus tent. Mia? It looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she called for me. So it was Maya that called you away. She's locked in a dusty little room right now. But I could see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away. Gamshu, is there a circus in town right now? There's only one, pal. The Bird Circus. Why somewhere within 300 feet radius of the main tent? What? Okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, draw a circle on the map. About 300 foot radius from the main tent. Hurry. And? I could see a mailbox under the window just outside. Gamshu, there's also a mailbox. Okay, what else? What else, Mia? I'm sorry, but it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. It felt like I was in an old office building, maybe the third floor or so. I heard her. An old office building. Good stuff, pal. Okay, just hang in there. Just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck. Good luck. I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal? Kokemuksesta voin sanoa, että sitä on aika vaikea pitää niinku estää kännykkää menettämästä akkua, jos ei ole laturia mukana. Just nimittäin eilen mun piti mennä jonnekin ja heräsin 8, mun piti lähteä 9. Mä totesin, että kännykkä on ollut taas pyörittänyt videota yksinään koko yön ja kännykässä oli kuin 4% akku jäljellä ja totesin, että no mä pistän sen lataukseen. Tunnissa kerkeä otamaan sen melkein täyteen. No enköhän mä unohtanut. Bussissa totesin, että niin 3% akku jäljellä. No minä koitin säästää sitä. Se akku tai kännykkä sammuu 2% kohdalla. Niin no tuli sitten viesti siinä matkalla ja vastasin sille. Ja kun olin perillä vihdoin ja viimein, niin totesin, että no kännykässä on loppunut akku. Vaikea pitää sitä menemässä pois päältä. Mutta anteeksi, jatketaan. Mia, Maya's not hurt, right? She's in pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved. Gamshu, please hurry. Looks like we are out of time. Are you alright? Are you alright, Phoenix? It's only a matter of time before Maya is rescued. I can't do this. I just have to make this trial last a little longer. Jaa, no ei tullutkaan. Se ei kyllä ollut 10 minuuttia tuo. No, ei tullut to be continued vielä. No, mä käyn vessassa. Kävisikö mä tupakilla samalla? Jatketaan. Court will now reconvene. The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client. From this, one obvious question arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder. I understand. Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews? Of course I have. You have seen it before. That's right, it's only natural that the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to the bear's secrets? Alright. Why? Why does she? The bear figurine. Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. Elaborate. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. So this figurine, it's a container of sorts, is it? Yes, looks can be deceiving, wouldn't you agree? Yes, this is superb craftsmanship. Oh yes, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. It looks like there really was something to that bear after all. The bear figurine. Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. A puzzle? That's right. But it looks like an ordinary figurine. True enough. To people who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess that this was a puzzle. Tästä sanovuuden, joo, ei se sano sitä mitään, se vaan sanoo, että siinä on noita leikkauksia. So what kind of puzzle is this exactly? Se on vähän niinku pirun nyrkki varmaan. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. So you can take it apart? And how would one go about doing that? Well, you first turn its tail to the right and then push it in. Oh yes, I see. After that, the arms and legs are free to move and it can be removed. Oh, this is most interesting. A boy and his new toy. It's like he's 5 all over again. Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on. I think he's lost it. So what do you find after you take the puzzle apart? At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. And how do you know about this? I know because I was the one who bought it. Huh? It was a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland. Then this was a present from you. That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for one. So it was a present from Miss Andrews. Witness, let's continue with your testimony. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. So, who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle? Well, the two of us, Juan and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland. So I doubt there are that many people with this same bear in this country. But this looks like it can be easily broken. Especially if someone wanted to get at what's inside. Well, it's a toy. But it can never be the same again once it's been broken. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. Who else knows that this bear is actually a small container or jewelry box? Sehän just sanoi se, and I never told anyone. And as long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the two of us knew. The two of you, huh? Then of course it means Mr. Encarta didn't know, right? I think this is about all I'm going to get for now. Figurine updated. A wooden puzzle with a hollow inside. Only Corey and Andrews know how to open it. Well, Mr. Wright, I think even you have come to realize that there is one very important fact that we have uncovered, and that is this. This bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we have agreed to this point, there's only one logical question that can come next, and that is this. What is inside this box? What's inside? That's right. That's what we are going to find out next. Witness. Yes? You are the only one who can open this. Please. There's a painful silence hanging over the courtroom. All eyes are on Miss Andrews' eyes. As she opens the puzzle tai jotain. Click. I've opened it. Is this what you wanted? What is that? It looks like a note. I don't think we need to guess at what that is. Do we, Mr. Wright? Olisi väikönössä itsemurhakirjettä, mutta miksi se olisi? Adrian halusi polttaa se. It's a suicide note. The suicide note. The suicide note left by Juan Corrida's former manager, Celeste Impax. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts, but just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Corrida himself. It seems Celeste Impax had very beautiful handwriting, and she just had beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide. Order! Witness, did you know about this? Yes, I did. I heard all about it from Juan. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public, but I couldn't find it anywhere, because it had already been taken by the killer. Everything is going at Mr. Edgeworth's pace. So now that the suicide note has been found, what's the next logical question? What is written on the note? That's right, at least that's what I would think. That's what I would like to know. Now then, I believe it is only appropriate the contents of this note be made known. I can't stop you, can I? I went through so much, just to get my hands on it. And now I was going to burn it. For her sake. I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Joanna, if you could please read the contents of the note aloud. Very well. The judge's voice rang loud and clear, though the deathly silence... Pitäisikö tuo enemmänkin olla niinku across the deathly silent courtroom? Jos onkin halunnut kirjoittaa tuohon though, niin se pitäisi olla through the deathly silent courtroom, across toimii paremmin. In her notes, Celestine Pax left us a record of all that had happened to her, about being used and then thrown away by Engard, about being engaged and to Corrida, and Engard's role in destroying that, and about how she decided in her despair to end it all. And that's all Miss Inpax had to say. There's one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. Engard. Then what? Our intention, Joanna, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that the correct witness? Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public. And at the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference. My word, Matt Engard values above all else his refreshing like a spring breeze image. This is why he had to stop this note from being made public at any cost. Celeste's suicide note found inside the figurine tells of Engard's horrible misdeeds. It's Engard's fault that this woman killed herself, and this time he even went so far as to kill someone to stop him from revealing that. How terrible, what a selfish person. I guess that there are slamball lawyers out there who will defend this kind of person. There's no room for doubt here. Mr. Ridiculous client's goal was to obtain this suicide note, and the only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget that the bear with the note inside was found at the defendant's house. It seems that we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone. How am I supposed to escape from this one? What a situation, Phoenix. Kamshu hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do. I know I have to carry on and buy him some more time. Okay, there are two deadly pieces of evidence, the figurine and the suicide note. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of this situation through one of those. The gavel is already in the justice's hand. Phoenix, hurry! Suicide note or this figurine, which one of these should I pursue? No, tämä oli vain containeri tälle suicide notelle, niin tämä Celeste's suicide note. Please wait, Joanna. Oh man, look at that lawyer. He's still going at it. It's like he doesn't care that he's trying to get a killer off the hook. I think Joanna believes that Matt Engard killed in order to obtain this note. Yes, that is correct. But that seems a little strange. Voisitteko te pitää turpanne kiinni? In fact, I think there is a contradiction here. This note was hidden by Mr. Corrida until the night of the murder. If that is the case, I say that Matt Engard could not have known what was written on this note. Oh, I didn't think of it that way. Exactly, but I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. No one in their right mind would kill for a note without first knowing what is said. Order! 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 You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Rupas yskyttää. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? It was just a flash, but I think I did rather well on this one. Unfortunately. I think he believes differently. I believe a show of appreciation is in order. Huh? The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself. I would like to direct the court's attention to this. What is that? It is a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying. Spying? What the? I thought the spy camera was in my possession. Matt and God and the victim both thought of the other as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses. And the victim, Juan Correa, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt and God. Order! Order! Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities. Well, sort of. Sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright. I see you are confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, but I have the camera that was in the stuffed bear's eye. But this camera that I have is not the same one. Last night I searched the victim's house on a hunch, using this conscious bug sweeper. By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found with this camera. Matt and God's fingerprints were on there. Well, Phoenix, it looks like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh? What am I supposed to say to that evidence? I think this is the end. It's fairly obvious that Mr. God learned of the search admiral through this. He was watching the victim all along. He got me good this time. I don't have anything to counter that. Hey, how was that lawyer thinking? Mommy, is that man the bad guy, killer guy? Shush, stop, don't look at him. The way he's spinning is just so nasty. Phoenix. Yes, Chief. Have you figured out what you are going to do next? Next yet? What I'm going to do next? Just running away like a threatened child at work. I know it seems like Miss Edgeworth is very close to putting the lead on this case, but in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing. Well, what is it, Mia? Oho, kato, Mia auttaa mua kerrankin. There is one piece of evidence that he really should investigate. Something he should investigate. I would really hate to see the good prosecutor get scolded for not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance. Why are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden? Sä puhut arvotuksissa. Koska et kerro mulle, että mitä mun pitäisi oikeasti näyttää. Sinä tiedät kaikesta kaiken, mutta annat minun vaan arvailla. Alright, I think this time we finally understand everything. Well, Mr. Wright, you don't have any further objections, do you? What is this piece of evidence that Mia is talking about? Ei se tälläkään kertaa kertonut meille. Can I figure out what it is that still needs to be looked at, or should I let it go? Present evidence. I have an objection, Joanna. That was about the biggest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright. Joanna, the defense has no intention of letting this go so easily. You are beginning to sound desperate. That's just your imagination, Joanna. Mr. Edgeworth, this is not like you at all. In your eagerness to prove your point, you have forgotten one very important thing. Hey, isn't that what I just said? No, minun pitää sanoa se, kun sinä et kerro asiat loppuun asti. So you are telling me that I forgot something. You're so close, Mr. Edgeworth. Nyt tuli nuo palkit näkyviin. But there's something you really should examine about this piece of evidence. Tämä? Vai tämä? No, se on joku näistä 5. Joko tämä spy-kamera. Tosin mä en kyllä tiedä, että mikä se olisi, mutta siinä on pientä siihen liittyvä asia. Tai tämä transmitter. No ei se kyllä tämä ole. Ei tässä saada se kuva ollenkaan. Tosin sitäpäsi nämä on huonoja sitä mun puolesta, mun kannalta. Nää näyttää, jos mä ajattelin, että jos mä saisin sen videofiilin, saada sen totuus esille, mutta mä en halua sitä totuutta vielä. Tai tämä. Koska tässä oli se kamera. Tai tämä. Jostain syystä. Tai tämä. Tai tämä. Nämä on 2 niinku suurimmalla todennäköisyydellä. Mennään tällä. Well, Mr. Edgeworth. Ei ollut tämä. Yes, I do believe some special explanation is needed. But I think the item that should be examined is the defense's grey matter. Whoops. Mr. Wright, after this trial is over, I would like to see you in my chambers. I think there are a few things we need to discuss. Yes, Your Honor. No, kyllä se pakottaa mut ottamaan. No, tämä. Okei, kyllä se on tuo. Peli. En kyllä tiedä mitä tässä sitten pitäisi olla, mutta kun en pääse sitä varsinaisesti lukemaan itse. That is Miss Impact's suicide note, right? Who knows? I mean, sir, this suicide note was found inside this bear. But this bear was in my possession until only a few moments ago. Which means the handwriting on this suicide note has yet to be analyzed. Oh, so as to whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Miss Impact or not, that has yet to be even remotely confirmed. Se sanoi jotain. Hörppäsin. Mitä tuo energiajuoma tässä välissä? Mr. Wright. Are you saying this suicide note is a fake? Miss Andrews, you were the one who tried to pin this murder on Miss Edgeworth. God. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into this bear? How dare you? Joanna, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There is no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever. But if this is fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it. What? Look at the witness's testimony concerning this figurine. The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle is the witness herself. RIP 7 lasit. Miss Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so you could use it to frame Matt in God. I didn't know such thing. Right, if you are going to pronounce this suicide note a fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory. No, menkää analysoimaan se. Miss Edgeworth, you were the one who presented this scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution. That's enough. Miss Edgeworth, can you confirm the handwriting on this suicide note? It is as the defense has stated, the handwriting has yet to be analyzed. If that's the case, It seems that yet again we have reached a point where a verdict is impossible. That's impossible. This isn't good, Phoenix. The judge is going to carry this trial over one more day. I don't think Maya will physically be able to make it another day. I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and the defense further investigate. Handwriting analysis, my butt, that's just a lawyer trying to buy more time. And God is guilty. Look, any idiot can tell you that. I think we have reached the end of the line. Guilty, 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 guilty. What is that sound? It's Gumshoe. Hello, Gumshoe. Älä sano, että sulla on huono uutisia. What is with him? And what's with that sigh? Where's Maya? What happened to the killer? He got away. What? I'm sorry, pal. I really am. I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry. I wish that there was some way to make it up to you. I really do. Anyway, what's going on? We found his hideout, pal. But the two of them were already gone. Well, fuck. This is terrible. I'm going to keep looking for them, pal. Don't you worry. I just need a little more time. But don't tell me we don't have any more. Guilty, 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 guilty. You hear that? They're calling for his head. Mr. Wright, I can't fast to count this fire and... Oh. What is this? What is it? Let me talk to Mr. Edgeworth. I can't do that. Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself? Yes, Joanna. I am about to end today's proceedings. You may take your phone calls after. Hold on, Joanna. Edgeworth, catch. Mr. Edgeworth? Please, you've got to buy us some more time. Court is in session. I'm sorry, Joanna. You were saying... Mr. Wright, this is a court of law. I'm sorry, Joanna, but... I'm reluctant to do this, however. It appears that I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow. This time, I really can't do anything. Court is now adjourned for the day. Please wait, Joanna. Edgeworth? What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I humbly request another 30 minutes of Joanna's time. For what purpose? We can perform the necessary tests on this piece of evidence in that time. But can you really obtain your results in 30 minutes? I believe we can, Joanna. But wouldn't it be better if we adjourn for today and then reconvene tomorrow? 30 minutes, please, Joanna. That's all I'm asking for. Please, Joanna. Very well. At the prosecution's request, this court will now take a 30-minute recess. But be advised that I will not allow another recess today. I'm not sure if this is helping or hurting us. The court will now take its final recess of the day. Right, well, what's going on with Maya's situation? The killer, it looks like he got away again. 30 minutes. We can find her in that time. Oh. Report. Is that Mr. Edgeworth? We don't have time, just spit it out. Right. It looks like we just missed him, sir. but the killer left a few things behind by accident and he's rushed to get away. A few things? Can we use any of them as evidence? Oh, I thought you'd ask, pal. I've got the things he left with me right now and I'm on my way over. Really? That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first. We don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. And those guys weren't looking. I swiped the stuff and ran. What? Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, but I've got to put the law on hold for now. Sounds bad. I hope he doesn't get in too much trouble over this. With my hunk of junk car, I say I'll be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me. Alright, just get here in one piece. I'm on a mission and no one can stop me now, sir. No one. I'm pulling out all the stops and running over a red light. Items left by the murderer, huh? Maybe there's something among them that will be decisive enough to end this. What was that? Hey, what's wrong? Detective Kamshu, answer me. No niin, se kolaroi. No one can stop me. What happened? It sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well. Well, what was he thinking? We've got to hurry and call for help. But we have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of them. No, we can't let that happen. Well, if there is a way we can find out where he is, then we stand a chance. Why, oh why did Kamshu have to get into an accident now? Is there any way to find out exactly where he is at this moment? No. Sillä miten ne löys sinne paikalle, niin kyllä mekin varmaan löydetään samalla tavalla. There is a way. That's right, there is a way. What? How? I'm sure we can find out where Detective Kamshu is through this. Blur. No ei ollut kyllä ihan tämä mielessä, mutta... Oliko sillä radio? Sillä oli joku piippaaja ainakin jossain vaiheessa, kun se... No, katsotaan. No ei kyllä tule muuta mieleen. Right, we are not in the middle of a mock trial here. I guess this won't work, huh? I guess it's up to me. Alright, I will think of something on my end. Don't get your hopes up too high. Don't get your hopes up too high, but I'll try my best. Did I say something wrong? It's Wrath. What is it? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty, but what I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say, defense attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death. Right. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears, whether you did your job well or not. That can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. The verdict. As Prosecutor Edgeworth here. Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here? Yes, bailiff. There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent. They are probably finished with the handwriting analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do. To be continued. No, minä pidän pienen tauon sillä, että kello on just yli 6, niin Faikassa uudet deilit, niin käyn tekemässä, niin jatkan sitten. Kiitos kun katsotte ja jatketaan ensi kerralla. Mahdollisesti viimeisessä videossa tätä peliä, ellei tule sitten episode 5. Viimeinen episode 4 tulee ainakin.